Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Attahiru, has told the House of Representatives committee investigating the $1 billion SS crude account fund meant for the purchase of arms to ask the specific individuals how the money was spent as he assumed office only 2 months ago. Appearing before the Olaide Akinremi-led House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee investigating the matter in Abuja, the Chief of Army Staff said it behoved the lawmakers to ask the individuals involved in the deals to account for the funds budgeted for procurement of weapons over the years. He said, "You may wish to recall that I took over the mantle of leadership barely 2 months ago. The period from which you wanted this report, having been summarized in the executive summary, explains whatever details you will require. Issues of procurement that you so demand to know were done by specific individuals. I will rather you call these individuals to come and explain to you very specific issues. The general issue has been contained in the report and the summary. It goes to speak about the entire report and it explains it." Atahiru's predecessors included General Tuka Yusuf, Abdurrahim Dambazwa, Kenneth Minima, Azubike Ihejurika, and Tuko Buratai, all of whom submitted relevant documents to the lawmakers. He also declined to shed light on the documents he tendered when asked by 2 members of the panel, Bede Eke and Samson Oku, in line with legislative practice. The committee thereafter went into a closed section after excusing journalists. Sahara reporters had on March 16 disclosed that the $1 billion set aside by President Muhammadu Buhari from the ECA to buy military ammunition was actually released to the military and shared among the Air Force, the Army, and the Navy under the immediate past service chiefs. Sahara reporters learned that the $1 billion release, which was greeted by widespread criticisms when President Buhari announced so in April 2018, was approved by the National Assembly and shared to the military arms in 2019 without public knowledge to avoid more criticism. The administration of the immediate past Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, retired. His contemporary in the Air Force, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, retired, and Navy Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, retired, received the funds, but they deliberately chose not to make public knowledge of it. In December 2018, Buratai, while addressing newsmen in Maiduguri, Borno State, had hinted that the money had been released but had not yet got to the army's coffers. Okay. Oh my God. Where do we go? Because initially when this the new COS, the Chief of Army Staff, when he started, I was like, he should be able to answer the question because he has been giving reports, because it's based on that report. That was when the NSA came out and said that the new Chief of Army Staff said that he didn't see anything. If they said they had bought they have procured all those ammunition, that he didn't see anything, they didn't hand over anything to him. But not quite long, Buratai came and began to say, oh, he's clean, he did not steal any money, he did not do this and that, he can give records and all of that. But this man said he didn't see it. And that was exactly what the NSA said. But later he said, oh, because he spoke in Hausa, that the translation or the interpretation was not what people are talking about, that he was misquoted, he didn't say so. But exactly what he told us, that is what this man is still saying. But I think they should be able to have records. I didn't miss anything, they didn't buy this, and they did not hand over all this equipment to me. And now he's saying that all the reports are there, which the lawmakers already have. So why are they asking him that the people who were there, that they should call them and come and explain? But from all indications, we can see that a majority of the money, or if not all the money, was budgeted during Buratai's time. But according to the last statement being quoted, that Buratai said, as at that time, the money has been really, but it has not gotten to their coffer. So whether the money is still hanging, maybe it's still hanging since 2018, I don't know. Because now they are going to play gallery with play, downplay everything, play to the gallery with this whole thing. That is how they do. And we will talk. At the end of the day, people are dying. especially the armies or the soldiers who are on the field. They will just be dying like fowl, like chicken. The same thing, they talked about Mwagu. They talk, hey, well, as if the world will crumble. The same thing with NDDC matter. Before another problem will come, we begin to run after that. You can imagine. Now this one said they go and ask that one. Who are the people that they are going to ask? I don't understand though. I don't understand. And somebody will tell you that people who are agitating for breakup, so that everybody should just. Some people will tell you that Nigeria is too big. Not that Nigeria is too big to be handled, but because of the different tribes, different culture, region that are embedded together, they can't even understand themselves, and that's why it's just too big. Some people will be saying this one, another person will be speaking another language. That is what is the problem. Is the other time the Islamic cleric is coming out to tell us that those who are calling for agitation, or who are agitating for this whole thing, that they are fools, that it will be a curse if a Yoruba nation is allowed to succeed. I don't understand. So now what we go just they drag throughout our life, generation from generation to generation, the same thing. At this age and time, we ought to have moved on. Do things the right way. We are still pussyfooty. We continue to do the bad things. We continue to do the wrong thing. When are we going to get it right? Are we going to be saying that we are still in the dark age? I can't just understand. This thing has been like that for God knows when. And some people will tell you that they don't talk about agitation. When you are going on a journey, and the journey, you know that it's not going to be fruitful, why can't you change? You go back. If force no let you go back. You reverse. We're just wasting time, because these people are not ready to do the right thing. You can imagine. Before you know it, they will drag this whole thing. Before you know, everybody will be tired, and we will pick another problem again and begin to dwell on that. The man said, go and ask the rest people. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I just came in 2 months. So does it mean that these people didn't know that they were supposed to be checking? That's why most of the time while I was growing up, they will be telling me that we'll be hearing that they've commissioned or they've awarded this road to some contractors and all of that. And I will be asking myself, so after giving money to all these contractors, if the money has been budgeted and has been given out, why does it mean they don't have people who are going to be managing and be checking whether the road will be done? 2 years, 3 years, they will tell you they have budgeted, and everybody will be seeing it though. They will tell you that they have budgeted. So I'm always asking, does it mean the governors, the people who are in charge, will not say, okay, let's go and monitor what we have paid for? Even before these people left, now why didn't they ask question when they budgeted this money? Has this thing been bought? So it is not now. It is now. They are not telling us. They are going to be saying different things, because if really this man, they have given, they are giving him summary of what. Of course, there's going to be a handover note. If they had told him everything will be there, then you explain to them, this is what is it, this is what is it. And if they say, why did they not buy it? Okay, they did not buy it. They did not buy it. So I don't understand. They can't ask them. They have diplomatic immunity granted them by same person asking you the question. They knew about the missing funds before your appointment. Madness everywhere. That's what someone is saying. The said amount is for arms procurement. As a current army chief, you can explain whether the monies are used for the intended purpose, exactly just like I said, or not. Because if there were no arms in your arsenal, it means the funds were diverted by your predecessor. May the Lord have mercy. Really? Okay, Buratai, highest criminal, and he always use these words, criminal element. Why is the main criminal Oyunshi? Okay, it's 100% right. NAS didn't have the guts to question Buratai and others. Now they want to flex their muscles on him. Why did they not ask the question? So guys, let's say your opinion on this, because their matter don't tire me. Honestly, I don't lie you.